Welcome back to Air Academy News. I'm Peter McConnell.
And I'm Amaya Wilson-Damrell. In this episode, we inch closer to summer break and highlight springtime events around Air Academy.
That's right. Plus, our investigative team examined the budget hits to our resource team and how it's going to impact students next year. We have lots to cover, so let's get started.
Please join us in congratulating the 21 Sko'Dets student athletes heading to play at the collegiate level. These student athletes and their families gathered on April 11th to celebrate the signings. Schools including Colorado State University, University of Colorado, University of Wisconsin, and Kansas University were all there to congratulate their new athletes. Special congrats to Tatiana Brown, Emily Beers, Lydia Flowers, Sophia Jimenez, and Tessa Walter for joining the ranks of D1 athletes. Local news stations were on hand to document the honors. This is an amazing achievement, and we are incredibly proud and excited for all of them.
Prom is this weekend, so you only have a limited amount of time to secure those tickets. They're $60, and you can find them at the KMAC or the Air Academy website. This year's prom theme is festively floral and is called In Full Bloom. Spruce Mountain Ranch in Larkspur, Colorado is hosting the event, and after prom activities will be at Dart Wars. So gents, straighten up those bow ties, and ladies, strap on those heels and get ready to break it down on the dance floor. Stay tuned to Air Academy News for highlights and footage from prom.
The Theater 3-4 class at Air Academy has been working tirelessly since January to create and produce one-acts that were performed in front of friends and family on Thursday the 11th. The class is split into two groups, actors and directors. Each performance was about 30 minutes long, and students were challenged to create natural and believable characters. This was the final evaluation of the class, and all the hard work was on display for attendees to enjoy.
Testing season is this week, with the PSAT, SAT, and CMAS assessments on the 15th through the 17th. It's important for students to be aware of additional details regarding the schedule on Schoology, including lunch availability, bus times, and online learning expectations. Students requiring extended time for tests should also note that they will be dismissed later than their peers. Be sure to get a good night's sleep, eat a great breakfast, and hit the test with a positive attitude. That's the essential information, so mark your calendars and prepare accordingly. As our beloved seniors' time at Air Academy draws to a close, these soon-to-be high school grads are doing anything and everything they can to make the most of their remaining time with us. Whether that be breaking the record for classes skipped, locking down on scholarships, or reaching for state championships in sports, the end of the year brings so many possibilities. Senior breakfast is a lovely opportunity to eat some good food, hang out, and get capped by the person that means the most to you. For some, this will be a so long sucker, and for others, a sad farewell. And while everyone is going separate ways in their life, they'll always be united by the friendships and memories made in high school. We're all so proud of the class of 2025, and know they're going to do incredible things in life.
With the spring season rolling in, it is the perfect time to talk about gardening.
In National Links, we're stopping by the Summerlin Gardens Nursery to learn more about the tips and tricks to planting in the unpredictable Colorado climate. With spring in full bloom, many people are looking to start planting. What's not to love about the flowers that bloom, the vegetables that grow, or the buzzing of the bees? With the Colorado climate, elevation, and unpredictable weather, this can be a challenge. The staff at Summerlin Gardens are here to help with all sorts of planting needs, whether it's showing you what soil to use or what seeds will do best where your garden will be. Don't be too hasty at planting your garden. Make sure to pace yourself and plant the seeds when they need to be planted. And make sure to keep in mind that the traditional last frost day is May 15th in order to avoid unneeded plant deaths. Even though it's almost summer, Colorado weather is still finicky. Make sure that you're planting plants made for that cold weather, so be sure to plant stuff like broccoli and cauliflower, cabbages, spinach, peas, or pansies, which will thrive. Using these tips, you won't only have a beautiful garden, you will have a healthy and flourishing garden.
So your local people, they're selling more like native stuff. Like we specialize in drought tolerant, deer resistant, more hardy plants that are going to survive our climate, because it is challenging. You know, a lot of stuff it's dry and then it hails and then, you know, it snows in June sometimes. So you want to trust the people that have kind of already been through this like 7,000 times.
The weather is warming up, and everyone who is participating in spring sports is enjoying the nice temperatures for practices and games.
That's right, and like any spring sports, officials are required to ensure the safety and fairness of the players. For this segment of Out and About, K-Dot Sports' own Luke McClellan shows us what it takes to ref Little League lacrosse. This week for Out and About, we're heading over to the field and watching a couple local lacrosse referees. Luke McClellan and Lucas Obringer, Air Academy seniors and varsity lacrosse players, are working for the Arapahoe Youth League refereeing young kids' games. They know the game inside and out and want to share their love of the game with the next generation. It takes a sharp eye and fast feet to ref for lacrosse, but they make it look easy. They have the most crucial role on the field, keeping the game running smoothly and ensuring the kids are safe. Lucas has been doing this for over a year, and this is Luke's first year. Games are held just a few miles from the high school at the Air Force Fields on weekends. Luke feels paying it forward in this way is more rewarding than he could have imagined.
I want to be a ref, first of all because it pays really well. It's 35 to $50 a game. That's not the real reason. It's just because lacrosse has given me so much, and I just wanted to give back to the game and make sure that this next generation of players is able to play on those Saturdays like I used to when I was their age, and have enough officials to help themselves develop and play the game that they love.
Me personally, I've been enjoying the warm weather and spending some much needed time in the sun.
Yeah, but unfortunately with this unpredictable Colorado weather, we have no idea what's going on.
You're right. Hopefully the weather starts to stay warm consistently soon. Our very own Paxton Klinker is here with the upcoming Easter forecast. What's up, Paxton?
Thanks guys. As we get close to Easter, we can expect highs inside the 70s and lows inside the 30s. So we just gotta hustle on to end of the year.
Switching gears, let's talk about things happening around Air Academy. Air Academy has a ton of fun and diverse clubs, one of them being the Forensics Club, which is the highlight of this segment of Club Spotlight. When most people hear the word forensics, they think CSI, but it is also another term for speech and debate. Speech and debate at Air Academy is run by Mrs. Motter and is meant to give our students better skills and confidence in their communicating and public speaking. Many of our cadets placed in their events at state with Sarah Zarvia as the 4A state champion in congressional debate, and Delaney Brandt placing second in drama, along with many other incredible performances. Now, with the Nationals coming up in June, our students who are qualified are getting a lot of practice to prepare and go far in the competition.
Starting April 7th, we're going to start doing practices weekly again, running our pieces, refining them, preparing a supplemental event. So for me, that would be poetry, putting together different poetry pieces to send a message.
People come and people go, and at Air Academy News, we like to introduce new staff members into our school and say goodbye to the individuals continuing their journeys elsewhere. This episode of Fresh Faces, we're bidding farewell to Mr. Thiel. This week, instead of Fresh Faces, we are doing a farewell segment for one of our best teachers, Mr. Thiel. He is leaving Air Academy High School to take on a new role in his career. He will be starting as an assistant principal for Lewis Palmer High School next fall. During his time at Air Academy, he taught both history and civics. According to Mr. Thiel, this is a big step for him. While he is nervous, he feels like this is the right move. There are definitely things he will miss. However, he shared with us some of his favorite memories at Air Academy.
I think my favorite memory at Air Academy would be with my AP US Government and Politics class. And we run a mock presidential campaign in the spring. And they have to make their own debate questions. They have to campaign, make social media, websites. They have to go through the entire political process of an actual presidential campaign and vice presidential campaign would go through. It's really fun. It's engaging. We get to go to all these different classes and social studies and get people to vote on the different candidates. And altogether, it's a really fun time for me. And I usually hear that's a fun time from the students too.
Although Mr. Thiel is moving on, some people find their way back to Air Academy. Alumni Tracker is when we find previous Air Academy graduates and see what they're up to now.
Mr. Bueller graduated from Air Academy and now teaches engineering. In this episode, we learned how he found his way back to his alma mater. Jason Bueller is one of Air Academy's engineering teachers and graduated from Air Academy in 1988. After graduation, he attended CU Boulder, where he earned a degree in aerospace engineering. Once he graduated from Boulder, he traveled to the East Coast, where he got accepted into a program where he could earn his master's degree at NASA. After that, he got a job working for the Navy, where he helped convert old Vietnam airplanes into full-scale, remote-control airplanes. He eventually found his way back here to Air Academy with the goal of impacting society as a whole. He wanted to return to the place who helped him become the amazing person he is today. It is safe to say that Air Academy is very lucky to have such an amazing person like Mr. Bueller.
The joke I tell everybody is that I fell over one day, hit my head on a rock, and when I woke up, I said I should be a teacher. But the truth is that I literally woke up one morning and looked at myself in the mirror and I said, what are you doing that has any impact to society as a whole? And I couldn't come up with a good answer. And while I had been working there, I'd been coaching Pop Warner football and helping some of the guys that I worked with some new technology, and I really enjoyed helping people learn things. And so I said, I think I'm going to go be a teacher.
Although some staff members are leaving Air Academy by choice, some are being reallocated by the district.
This week for Hot Takes, we're covering the controversial topic of cutting the amount of resource teachers for the students here at Air Academy. Jake Bain is here with more. What's up, Jake?
Thanks, Amaya. Starting next school year, D20 is implementing resource allocations for our special education program. These changes will cut our staff from 4 teachers and 2 paras to only 3 teachers and 0 paras. Recently, District 20 has been struggling to fill paraprofessional positions, and the critical needs at the elementary level has forced administration to reallocate paras working in high schools. There are 2,700 students with academic disabilities and even more with 504 plans at 40 sites in the district. Because of this need, Air Academy has recently learned that our resource department will shrink from a total of 6 teachers and paras to only 3 teachers and no paras. This will have a significant impact on the student population at Air Academy.
Right now, typically our paras, they go to all sorts of different classes and they support students, not just students with IEPs, but gen ed students as well, and teachers too. So I feel like not only will the students feel the pinch of not having that support, but staff are going to feel that as well.
To be clear, the leaving teacher and paras were not fired. They were all offered jobs at new schools in different age groups. But this is a difficult decision for professionals that have specialized themselves with the high school age group. Paras at Air Academy provide an essential service for students in need. They assist students in showing teachers the mastery of content and skills they've acquired. Jordan Hazelton is an Air Academy student and feels the relationship he's built with his para has been essential to his academic success.
It's going to be going into a new classroom with new classmates and getting the friendship or relationship I had with the teacher I already had. And it's going to affect the whole resource department because they're all family. They all know each other really well and they hang out. And it's just going to be losing a family member.
We have reached out to D20 to get a better explanation from them for these cuts. Here's what they had to say. Academy District 20 remains fully committed to meeting the unique and evolving needs of all our students, including those who utilize special education services. To clarify, the district is not reducing special education funding or programming, nor is it releasing staff due to funding or strategic changes. Rather, in response to an increased level of student need across our schools, we are reallocating existing staffing resources to ensure optimal support for students. Our strategic approach towards special education staffing and programming remains consistent with prior years.
The big question is, are we taking from Air Academy and giving to a place that's in need, but in the process making Air Academy a place of need? Nonetheless, Sko'Dets will feel the loss of these amazing staff members and the good they have created among us. Pete and Amaya, back to you.
Thank you for tuning in, and we hope you enjoyed this episode of Air Academy News.
Make sure you head over to the Air Academy Student Media YouTube page and the KRDO Plus Network to catch our live stream Game of the Week.
It's the spring sports season, and we have a ton of girls soccer, baseball, and boys and girls lacrosse games coming up, and you do not want to miss when we go live. This was actually the last episode that the senior crew worked on, and me personally, I have so much fun working with everyone. It's just been a blast.
And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and as always, drop a like.
And as always, Sko'Dets!